How's it going, Biathlon fans? Welcome back to the channel. Today, on this episode of Throwback Thursday, we're going to be watching a race from the 2012 season. We're going to be watching the women's mass start. I almost said pursuit. Women's mass start from Khanty Mansiysk. I believe this was the final race of the season, so this should be a good one. All right, here we go. We got some favorites on the line here. Throwback. Who remembers Throwback? Kaisa Mäkäräinen, big favorite here for a lot of people on the channel, are always wanting me to make more content about Kaisa Mäkäräinen. Helena Ekholm, great athlete from Sweden, a legend from the past. Hey, Andrea Henkel, I know her. It'd be cool. Maybe someday we can get Andrea Henkel to come on. Oh, what she got on her cheeks there? A Dunke? Oh, maybe this was her last race ever. No, because I think she raced up until 14. Marie-Laure Brunet. Okay. France. This was the first suit I ever remember France racing with. We got two French women here. Oh, a little glitchy there. That's the video. That's not your connection. All right, here we go. We got Miriam Gosner's even on the line. Many fans might remember Miriam Gosner as a hero of the German team, young hero who ended up pretty much stopping her career pretty early on. A lot of fans really thought that she had more to give, but just didn't end up racing very far. She accomplished a lot, don't get me wrong, but also a cross-country convert. Seems like she never could get the shooting underway. But anyway, we're talking about Miriam Gosner. Here's her teammate, Magdalena Neuner, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Those of you who have watched my GOAT video, go check that one out. Sorry, spoilers. But yeah, Carlens? Something. Obviously, last race of the year, so there's a lot of hey, thanks for racing, we're going to miss you, farewell tour kind of stuff. Biathlon back in the old days, the mass start always started with a double pull, 3 lines of 10 athletes, or 10 lanes of 3 athletes, depending on which direction you look at it from. But here we go, women's mass start in Khanty Mansiysk. Khanty Mansiysk used to be the World Cup final forever. The World Cup always finished here in Khanty Mansiysk. Look at this venue. Right now they're skiing on a man-made bridge that goes over a track underneath that I think they're going to end up going through later on in the race. But look at this. And not only did they build this stadium and these stands and this overhang, but they also built enough for spectators to also be able to go onto that overhang. So it's not just about the trails that needed more space, or the stadium that needed more space. They also had more spectators out there. So a little glitchy here with the frame, the picture here. Usually how it works with these Throwback Thursdays, I don't normally watch the full skiing portion. I might jump ahead a little bit as the things get going, as the race gets going, but I also will look up some stats on the athletes. So if there's a person who is doing really well and we want to, kind of reminisce on how great they were as an athlete, I'll pull up their stats on Real Biathlon and we'll take some look at stats. But usually we like to watch the first lap, especially on a mass start, just to see how things shake out. As you can see, a lot of the big favorites here. Mäkäräinen, and we got, is that Neuner with the yellow bib, or was that Andrea Henkel with the yellow bib? No, there's Henkel back there. So that must have been Neuner with the yellow bib. Yeah, our big favorites are in the front there. Berger, Mäkäräinen, Henkel, or no, not Henkel, but Neuner. And I saw Daria Domracheva up there as well. So really cool. Get some replay here, see what the heck was going on. It doesn't look like there's anything too bad, but luckily that guy was there with some extra poles just in case. Coming around the corner. There's an American. Looks like Susan Dunkley, probably. Some more Norwegians. Now, 2012, this is kind of when I feel like my first recollection of really following and watching biathlon was 2010, the Vancouver Olympics. Grew up around the sport my whole life, but I was not waking up early to be watching biathlon. But it wasn't until 2010 when I was probably in eighth grade. That's when I really recall watching biathlon on TV. And then definitely through high school, I was getting up early to watch the races. So this being 2012, I'm a sophomore in high school at this point, so I definitely was getting up to watch these races early. Maybe not this one in Khanty Mansiysk. I mean, that's got to be 8 hours difference from where I grew up. So maybe I wasn't waking up early for this one, but but anyway, these are the heroes that I grew up watching in high school and really made me fall in love with biathlon. But more so, these are the race suits that I recognize. Like I can pinpoint every single, maybe not athlete, but I can pinpoint every single country when I look at this field here. And so this is going to be a good Throwback Thursday for me. I'm really going to be able to pinpoint who is who. And also there are enough favorites in this field, and I know the skiing style enough that I'm probably going to be able to pinpoint who the actual skier is just based on their ski technique too. So that'll be good. Man, I feel like this lap is going on forever. I feel like they should be shooting by now. Neuner in the lead, and Domracheva with her absolutely classic textbook Domracheva technique behind her in the green, in the red bib as well. Domracheva has skied like this her entire career, her entire life. Seems like she has not changed very much. You know, sometimes you can see some athletes, they adapt their technique, they change things as they get older or become more mature or just get stronger, more fit, whatever. Sometimes things change, but Domracheva seems like she has that very unique style. She's just had it forever. So some Ukrainians in the back, look like Finland there in the back. And there's the American. I think that's Susan Dunkley, if I can tell correct, if I can make out her technique. Here we go. We got the slow motion boot shot. This is a classic shot in biathlon. Go watch any old races, and you'll see that exact shot. You'll probably even see that exact shot in these days as well. All right, let's get to the range here. If we come back from this cutscene and we're nowhere close to the stadium, then I think we're gonna jump ahead. All right, so we did jump ahead a little bit. Looks like we got Magdalena Neuner. It has a little bit of a lead here. That probably just has to do with, pushing up over the top or getting some good skis on downhill. Take a look at the wind flags here. Not too bad. This should be some good shooting. Here we go. We're going over that structure again. This is crazy. I mean, like the architecture that went into building this event. They didn't have enough room in the stadium, so they just said, we're just going to build a bridge, but not a bridge like to get across something, just a bridge to add more space. So cool. All right, here we go. We're finally in the stadium now. Biathlon being huge in Russia. The field or the stands are packed, which is great. So Magdalena Neuner, let's take a look at her technique here while we got her. It's very interesting because it's not super efficient, I wouldn't say. Looks like she's really leaning with her shoulders to get over the ski, where I'd like to see her hips be more stacked on top of the ski. But okay, regardless, we're going into the first shooting stage here. Neuner in bib 1. Now, Mäkäräinen, sorry, but I don't think she's going to clean here. She just, throughout her career, she hasn't been like the strongest shooter. She definitely shoots, she can shoot well when it counts, and that was what helped her win the overall and, win many medals. But boom, there you go. 2 misses, or 1 miss. Oh, there's 2 misses for Mäkäräinen. Ekholm with 2. Neuner is clean. Berger is clean. And Brunet from France is clean. We haven't seen her since she fell back a little bit. Domracheva has a miss. Where's Andrea Henkel? What took her so long? There she is. Got the up close view. Oh, she's got the miss. So I don't think we're going to see much of her. I wonder if she got tangled up in that mess to start. Oh my God, look at her glasses. I wonder if she got tangled up in that mess to start, or if maybe she just had bad skis today. I don't know, but she's uncharacteristically pretty far back. There goes Susan. Where's she going? Is she going to the penalty loop? No, she's not. She's going to avoid the penalty loop, so Susan is in it. Good for the Americans. 16th place. And we're going to follow Andrea Henkel around the penalty loop. Now, I've been so focused on Andrea that I did not even see who is in the top 3 here. I see Neuner is number 1, so maybe we'll pull up some data for Magdalena Neuner here, even though everyone knows she's the GOAT. Oh my gosh, I can't spell. Oh, here we go. Looks like we had Henkel went to the wrong... Oh my gosh, and she went to the wrong point. She did it right, though. She did it right, folks. That was a textbook example of how to do it right. If you accidentally go to the wrong point, you just have to put the rifle back on your back, and then you can move over to the next point. I didn't see if she put her magazine in yet or not, but if that's the case, if you do put your magazine in, you do have to take it out, put the rifle on your back, then move to the next point, and then you're good to go. But that explains a lot why Henkel was not in the crowd there. All right, let's take a look at the results here, and then we'll pull up. Anastasia Kuzmina from Slovakia. We'll take a look at her, and Turda Berger. All right, we'll take a look at these 3. We'll start with Magdalena Neuner here. Obviously, an absolutely impressive athlete. This was her final. This was her final race. It must have been. Because let's see, that she only raced until 2012, so this must have been her final race. 82% shooting this season, and a minus 6.7. That's insane. So I know that this is all relative to the people that you're racing against, but for comparison's sake, Anna Maria Lampic is like a minus 5, I think. And she's like hands down the fastest skier on the circuit today. Okay, so yeah, Lampic is minus 6.8, and Neuner is skiing at a minus 6.7. So this is looking at Magdalena Neuner is exactly what Anna Maria Lampic could be if she was shooting 82%. Look at this. Neuner was never a super stellar shooter, good prone shooter, but her standing in the 70s, 60% on the season back in 2008, that's insane, insanely poor. But like 83%, 82%, that's even, I would say, below average. I think if you're on the World Cup, you gotta be shooting like 85. Like that would be solid. So the fact that she can do this and also she can ski so fast and also ski like just about as good as everyone else, there's absolutely no question why she has so many of these golds. Even as a junior. Look at all these golds. So yeah, Magdalena Neuner, I mean, that Anna Maria Lampic, that's kind of who you want to be, you know? You want to be shooting like her. So, all right, let's get back to the race here. Let's jump ahead a little bit, and we'll skip some of this because it's a little bit boring. That guy does not look impressed at all. Danke, Lena. Yeah, so this is her farewell race. Okay, so is she going to win it on her farewell race? Take a look at Anastasia Kuzmina. How old was she in this race? She must have been pretty new, because I don't actually recognize that race suit. I was talking so much earlier about how I recognize all the race suits and everything. But let's see, when did she start her career? She made her splash in 2006. My guess is probably at the Olympics. Okay, so this is squarely in the middle of her career. Because she ended up racing until, well, I guess technically this year, 2024, she raced. But she ended up racing until 2019, and this is 2012. So this is, yeah, squarely in the middle of her career. While they're all just skiing and, you know, she's having a good race, why don't we look at her? Because, you know, she might have a terrible one and we might not see her again. So, little known fact, Kuzmina actually is Anton Shapulin's sister. She started, you can see here, when she started her career, she was racing for Russia. But then she switched to Slovakia when she got married to her coach, who was Slovakian. So she ended up racing for Slovakia for the rest of the year. But I'm pretty sure both her and Anton are from Khanty Mansiysk or around this area. So this is like home field advantage for them. Anyway, let's take a look how she was a shooter in this season. 78% shooter, and she was actually better in the stand. So maybe if she can get through this next prone, maybe she'll have a good one. 2012, really good skier though. So she's got the ski speed to back it up. So, all right, here we go. Look at that. While we were talking, we have already moved all the way up to the next shooting bout. So we got Magdalena Neuner here coming in for shooting 2. Still a little bit of a right breeze here. Wouldn't be amazing. I mean, isn't it just poetic if Neuner wins her last race of her career? I think Fourcade did that. I don't know how many other people can say that they've done that. So. Yes, okay, Neuner is clean through the prone. Here comes Kuzmina, Berger. Oh, the Samarenko twins from Ukraine are there. That is a name that we haven't seen. Kosher from Canada. Don't recognize that name. 2 for Kuzmina. 3, 4, 5. Okay, Kuzmina's clean. I don't know why it's getting all glitchy. Hopefully it comes back for you here. Berger is clean as well. And then Samarenko is clean. So I think our 3 is going to be Neuner, Berger, and Kuzmina. And Kuzmina actually, as we were talking about her, she made it through the prone without any misses. So that was her weak point as we watch Franziska Hildebrand here. Remember her? That's another one who was like a great biathlon career, but just probably overshadowed by her impressive, super impressive teammates, whether it's Neuner, Henkel, or even at like later in her career with Denise Herman-Vick. Just another like really solid teammate, but overshadowed by just insanely good teammates. Whoa! We got plus 19 seconds for Brunet. Was that because of the? I think that was because of the Henkel mix-up in the first shooting. Maybe they gave her a time credit or something like that. But it's red, so usually that is not good. Maybe that usually looks like a time penalty if it's red. All right, so hopefully we can skip ahead a little bit and we can see what the standings are, and then maybe we can pull someone else up because we've already looked at Neuner and Kuzmina. Who else was up there? Tora Berger. She was another one that I really liked as a youngster. Let's see, she retired in 2014. So yeah, she retired early on in my sort of following of biathlon. Here we go. Here's our results, or our standings after 2. Kuzmina. Oh, Brunet. All right, we'll take a look at Brunet, and we'll take a look at Samarenko. But anyway, yeah, Tora Berger, she was one that retired early on in my following of biathlon, but always one that I really respected. I liked the way that she raced. Marie. No, it wasn't Marie Dornabert, right? It was Brunet. Man, finding this race is going to be a huge pain in the butt. Oh, I know the easiest way to find this. We're going to go to Neuner. And then we're going to go to all her races, and we're going to go to her last race. But I can't look at the results because I don't want to ruin it for myself. All right, we're going to sort by name here, by last name. Marie Brunet. Okay. All right, so as Neuner continues to just absolutely dominate everyone, let's take a look at Marie Laure Brunet. Laure? So in this season, she is 2 years from retirement, a 94% shooter. Holy smokes. Let's take a look to see if she's won some individual globes. How's her skiing? Minus 1.1. I think that's enough that she maybe could have won an individual globe. Pretty quick shooter as well. Let's take a look at Brunet's career. In the individual globe, she never got close to the top 5. Very interesting. The year before this one that we're watching, she came in 5th. Man, she must have just like crumbled under in the individual races here. Let's take a look. So let's see. We have, and this season she was a 94% shooter normally, but in individual races specifically, yeah, there. Oh, 90% shooting is still good. 90% shooting's good, but just doesn't have the ski speed probably to really earn it. So that's too bad. But all right, let's take a quick look back at the race here. Who is this? Yeah, there's Simorenko. So there was the I think it's Valle and Vita, I believe, are the Simorenko twins. One of them is still racing, I think. She's still in the IBU Cup. We see her every year. They've been in biathlon for a long time, because I'm pretty sure at this moment they're like halfway through their career. Whoa, Domracheva has moved her way past Brunei. There's the other Simorenko. And who's this Russian coming up? Who knows? Oh, this is textbook Kaisa Makarainen. This is why so many of you want me to watch or do more videos about Kaisa Makarainen. Look at how aggressive she is skiing. As we cut to cut to Neuner just having a great time with that smile on her face. But like that clip there of Makarainen just absolutely grinding out there and hunting. That's the best way to put it. Makarainen is absolutely hunting. That's textbook Makarainen and pretty fun. So, all right, let's skip forward. No offense, but you're kind of boring to watch. Whoa! But speaking of the race here, we got Domracheva is putting some time into Kuzmina. Definitely, Neuner's got a big gap on the lead here, big gap on the field, but good fight here. Yeah, Brunei still got that plus 41. I wonder if something happened to her. She got a time adjustment or something. All right, I'm gonna ruin it a little bit. I'm not gonna look at the results. I'm just gonna go to the results to see if there's an explanation for that time adjustment. But I'm gonna try to not look at the results here. Brunei, time adjustment, minus 6 seconds. Yeah, so they did give her a time adjustment, 6 seconds for that, probably the range incident with Henkel. So that's good. That's good to know if it comes down to a sprint for her and she has to really, fight for some seconds here. All right, here we go. Shooting number 3 in the stand position. I mean, obviously, Magdalena Neuner's race to lose here. She's at the top of her game right now, obviously, with the yellow bib, and just miles ahead of everyone. Starts it with a miss. She likes to make it fun. This is why we like biathlon. 2 misses. Uh-oh. Oh, 4 misses. Oh, no, 4 misses. I mean, okay, 2 misses, I would have been like, okay, she likes to make it fun. 3, I'm like, oh, that's biathlon. 4? 4 misses? Okay. Hey, doors open. Domracheva, Kuzmina, Simorenko, Berger, anyone. Look at that wind, though. Oh, that wind is howling. Domracheva starts on the middle target, as she always does, because she's interesting like that. I almost said weird. Domracheva is clean. Kuzmina is... Oh, Kuzmina has to miss. Berger's clean. All right, we got Domracheva and Berger back into the race here. Brunei with the miss. And Makarainen. Okay, so I don't think anyone else is gonna challenge from the back. They're all too far back. Although, who the heck knows where Neuner is? It would be great if we could get a cut to the penalty loop here. But 8 seconds, 9 seconds for Berger behind Domracheva. Keep getting a lot of cuts of Franziska Hildebrand. Anyone. Because Domracheva there's Kuzmina, Neuner had like a 35-second lead over the chase group. And then obviously with this disastrous shooting, let's see if she's going to be behind 35 seconds now. There's Brunei with her 6-second advantage. There's Henkel. We're looking at Henkel now. Where is she on the list? There she is. 3, 4, 5. Let's go. Henkel's back. All right. Where the heck? There she is. 8. Oh my God. She dropped a minute and 30 seconds. Minute 40. It's probably closer to like a minute and 45 seconds on that one because of those 4 misses. and now she's in 8th place. Absolutely insane. Also, that was a great clip of seeing her skiing from the side this whole way. That was very 2012 technique. Or actually for her, probably even earlier because, I mean, she's still young technically in this event. In reality, I would say at this moment in time, she's halfway through her career, but she ended up retiring. This is her last race. So she does have some seasons before this, but just the technique, man, it's so let's put it in a positive light. The technique has improved so much recently. People look pretty when they are racing now. All right, Daria Domracheva enters the lead here. Let's take a look at Domracheva. I mean, she's a name that we all know, a really good biathlete, obviously. Domracheva, let's see, this season would have been 2012. She was a very consistent shooter, shooting 83% for both prone and standing. Okay. Now, she was always known as a good skier, and wow, this was her best. Oh, her best season as a skier is -7.3. Oh my gosh. That's insane. We already looked up. Yeah, Lampich. I mean, we think Lampich has like unbeatable ski speed. Domracheva was skiing -7.3. Oh my god. All right, let's stop sharing. Let's go back. This is so good that I think we need to watch Domracheva skiing in her last lap here. We need to admire how absolutely absurdly good she is. But hey, just want to remind everyone, don't forget to subscribe if you like biathlon, as we're coming up on the last shooting here. If you are a fan of biathlon, this is the YouTube channel for you, making regular content. I got 4 channels across the looks like my computer's telling me, sorry. My camera was telling me something, but yeah, if you're a biathlon fan and you like biathlon, hit that subscribe button, because coming out with more biathlon content on this channel. I have my Biathlon U channel, which is all about biathlon coaching and tips for people who compete in biathlon. Also have a podcast with my friend Ethan, and then the Biathlon Bio, which are just cool stories and documentary style stories of events in our sport and in stories in our sport. So hit that subscribe button down below and check the description for links to those other channels. Here we go. Coaches are talking. There's Domracheva's coach with the flames on his hat. Famous for the flame hat. DDR. That's an old bag. I'm pretty sure that bag is like from West Germany, East Germany. Where's Domracheva? I want to see some more of her just absolutely crushing. Is she putting more time on the field? Haven't really been paying attention, but who we got? I wonder who that other Finnish girl was. There was a little bit of there's that Finnish girl there. I didn't recognize her, and for as long as I can remember, Finland had Kaisa Mäkäräinen, and then they also had Mary Ader, who was Mary Laukkanen. But Mary Laukkanen, I think, is quite a bit younger, and I don't even know if she was on the World Cup at this point yet. So I wonder who that other Finnish woman was. Very long, drawn out, very big movements for Domracheva, but obviously it's extremely effective. My guess is she's probably got an absolutely insane engine. Her heart is probably just pumping blood like crazy. Man, I'm just admiring the fluidity in her technique. And then we go straight to Tora Berger, who's a little bit more choppy, a little bit more aggressive. Personally, and this is kind of why I was saying earlier, I like Tora Berger because, oh my goodness, this is so glitchy. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. I like Tora Berger because of this aggressiveness. There's something about this like attack mode technique that I think is really cool and really fast. So for that reason, I think it's part of why I liked Tora Berger. And speaking of attack and a full tilt, here comes Kaisa Mäkäräinen as well. All right, so Berger, 22 seconds back of Domracheva. I think Kuzmina and Berger were pretty close to each other coming out of the penalty loop. So I think they're actually making at least Berger, I think, is making a move on Domracheva and definitely pulling away from Kuzmina because they were pretty close coming out of the penalty loop here. But all right, let's skip ahead here. Terlekov skiing by. And we'll see here in some other Throwback Thursdays. Oh, we got to go back. Okay. So next cut, we're going to go to the range here. Here's Domracheva. For the win, shooting number 4. Hey, before she shoots this, let me know in the comments down below which race should I do for the next Throwback Thursday. This is a fan-first channel, fan-first content. So if there's a cool biathlon race you want me to watch, react, and relive the glory days, let me know. All right, a hit in the center, and then 2 misses now. And she does this. She starts in the center, and then she moves her way out, and she's got 2. Is that going to be enough to hold off Berger here? Very forward stance, really, relying on that front leg there. Obviously, it's working for her. There's a miss. All right, so she had like 35 seconds, actually close to like 25 seconds to play with. That's about 1 penalty loop. So I'm guessing that these 2 ladies are going to be leaving the penalty loop together. Who we got here? Kuzmina. Much more neutral. You can see in this shot, much more neutral stance compared to Turda. 3. Come on, 3. I jinxed her. I'm sorry. That was a commentator's curse. And 4. All right, here we go. Makarainen, let's go. Anyone. They're still in the penalty loop. Nope. They're leaving the penalty loop. We need Makarainen clean. Neuner, she's still in it. Oh, Makarainen and Neuner with the miss. Neuner with 2. All right, so here's your race. It's going to be Berger. It's going to be Domracheva. We know that Domracheva is an absurdly good skier. Maybe we need to do a quick YouTube video search, or a quick YouTube video on who are the fastest skiers ever in a single season, because I gotta believe that Domracheva's got to be up there for that. Who are we looking up? We're looking up Tour de Berger because I want to see, as we watch Andrea Henkel shooting. Oh, there's a miss. Hey, Terlekov clean. All right, let's go, Tyrrell. That'll get her up into the fight for the flower ceremony, probably. All right, well, everyone finishes up here, and we don't want to miss the last lap. Let's quickly cut over to Tour de Berger. On her skiing here, minus 4.6. Okay, so it's got to be, money's got to be on Domracheva, right? Because she's such a fast skier. What is going on here? There we go. Back. As we watch Neuner in her final race, looks like she's going to be 7th. Probably going to eat Terlekov alive, come in 6th place here. That's too bad. It would have been cool if she could have won her last race ever, but, not everyone can be Martin Fourcade. All right. Okay, I know that this is all sentimental and everything, but we got to cut to the lead here because this is going to be great. All right, yeah, sorry, I know you're retiring, but let's go ahead. So, 2 seconds. I mean, they're basically together. 2 seconds. I think Domracheva is going to close that gap immediately. So the real question is going to be, is she just going to stay with her? Or is she going to try to blow right past her? Oh, she tried to blow right past her. Oh, Tora Berger's hanging on for dear life here. She had absolutely no chance here. But I mean, hey, that's probably the smartest thing to do. If I was Domracheva and I had that speed and that fitness, really that's what it is fitness. I think if Berger and Domracheva came head to head in a 100-meter sprint to the finish line, I do think Berger would have the advantage there, because I do think Berger probably has the more all-out speed, but Domracheva, I think, has more fitness, so she can carry the higher speed longer through the entire course. So I do like Daria's attack here. I like her strategy. 5.8 seconds. She's flipped nearly 8 seconds on Berger from the range here. So I think she's going to be pulling away with this. Absolutely no problem. No, get out of there with the feed. You don't need a feed on the last lap. Come on. You're fighting for the silver here. Now, here's a good race for third here. I'm sorry it's so glitchy. I don't know what's going on. It's fine on my screen. But Here's the race for third between Kuzmina and Kaisa Makarainen. I got my Kaisa Makarainen on this one. I mean, we haven't looked up Makarainen yet today. You guys can watch. I'll look up Makarainen. See her ski speed. So in this season of 2012, Makarainen's ski speed was minus 6.6, and Kuzmina, again, a quick reminder, is minus 4.8. So yeah, definitely, as as you can see, Makarainen's got the more ski speed than Kuzmina, and that is why this is ending up the way that it is. But good heroic effort here from Kuzmina. I wonder if this is going to be one of her first. I guess it wouldn't be a podium. She's in fourth now. I wonder if this is one of her first like top 5 flower ceremony races. But hey, Neuner's not out of it yet. Not out of it yet. She's got 2.5K until she retires. She wants to fight for it. She's leaving Tyrolekov in the dust. Haven't really talked about Tyrolekov very much, but there she is, baby Tyrrell. But yeah, Neuner is just putting the hammer down here on her last probably K.5 to go of her career. But man, I thought we were gonna get a glimpse of Domracheva V2ing because her V2 is really good. I think Berger could have held that V2 into the hill a little bit longer. Berger's not out of it yet. She's still there. What was it last time? It was like 5 seconds. 5.5. Shit. So she's holding it, but I don't think she's going to be able to close it because we got this massive climb, and then we have the flat around the stadium into the finish. Ooh, Domracheva just gave a little bit a look back there to see. Domracheva does look like she's hurting. She does look like she's hurting. Let's see if Berger can stay with her. Love this V1 from Makarainen. Kuzmina. The local girl. Home field advantage. I think she's got enough room now to hold off Brunet. Even with Brunet's 6-second advantage. All right, come on. Let's cut to the stadium here. I mean, the leaders got to be making their way over that bridge, right? We're pretty close to the finish. 12.1K. Should only be 12.5K race. It's 12.5K race. They came through a minute ago. Oh, but we have to see Neuner. I'm sorry, everyone. It's her final race. Come on, give her a break. There she goes into the 100-meter stretch. She's chilling like a villain. And here comes Torberger. All right, so good race by Makarainen there. Or, excuse me, great race by Makarainen. But an even better race by Dara Domracheva. Good race for Torberger as well. I wonder if that was one of no, it couldn't be because she has the red bib on. So this is squarely in her like domination portion of her career. Oh! Neuner's got some fight. She's not giving up yet. 1, 2. Makarainen 3. 4 for Kuzmina. Is it going to be 5 for Neuner on her final race ever? Looks like it is. She's going to get ahead of Brunet. Man, that's crazy. Imagine it's your last race and you're just like, yeah, I just want to cruise to the finish line. I just want this to be like a farewell tour. I want this to be a parade lap, a victory lap. And then you're just like 2.5K left to go. And they're just like, hey, there's some prize money right there. 10 seconds. Another place, another point. Not that she needs the point. She's already got the yellow bib. Good for her. That was exciting. All right, here we go. These were the final results. Domracheva, Berger, Makarainen, Kuzmina, Brunet, and oh no! I totally forgot that Brunet had the 6-second advantage. Oh, she couldn't get ahead of her by 6 seconds. I totally forgot about that. So Neuner ends up coming in 6th. Young Tyrolekov right behind her. So that was cool. Where did the Americans Oh no. Oh no. Susan had a rough one at the end, but all right, there you go. That was this week's Throwback Thursday. Let me know in the comments down below which one you want to see next time. But yeah, until next time.